what are some of the career pitfalls that one should avoid?
Thank you, Preeti, for the question, and Jai Jinendra, everyone. Taking this question, I'll go back to what Sachin just mentioned, right? Everybody's decision for the career is different, right? No two careers are same. So I would say that to avoid any career pitfall, firstly, you should not allow somebody else to decide your career. Your circumstances are unique, your requirements are unique, your ultimate goal may be very unique. So, like in Sachin's example, if you would have spoken with someone, they would have said, "Oh, Jeddah is a great place, you should move," and all of that. But ultimately, when you take that decision based on somebody else's advice and you have not thought through it completely, then you have to live with those decisions and the implications of those decisions. So, I would say to avoid any pitfall, make a conscious call and take control of your career. Take your own decisions on the career. The other thing is, like again, Sachin mentioned in one of the slides, there are some jobs which won't even exist in the future. But for the jobs that you are in, always stay relevant, don't become obsolete. You have to pick up the skills that is required, not just for your current role, but also for your future role. Because, your role or the job that you have today is not something that will last forever. What is relevant today may not be relevant tomorrow. Like, I'll give you my example. I'm a lawyer and a company secretary. I can do all of that like pretty with a lot of ease. But there are a lot of changing landscape in the legal field. The On the labor side, a lot of things are changing in India. On the data privacy side, there's a lot of rigor around having a new data privacy law. So keeping ahead of it and preparing for it, reading about it, even before it comes into play, is something that will keep you relevant, and that is what you should do to not face a situation where you are in front of the new legislation and then your management thinks you're not able to handle it. That could be a potential career pitfall. So being updated with whatever is happening in your respective areas. What I personally also feel is, to have a very successful and like a marathon kind of a career, you should not be jumping jobs very often. Like initially, when you start your career, I understand freshers, they are looking out for a new job every year. But I have seen some people who have who have been my batchmates, but have been jumping jobs every 12 months or 13 months just because they were getting like a new opportunity, or plainly because they were getting, a better package. That in the short run may look very lucrative because, you are going really up in your pay package. But what you need to understand is, if you reach a very high pay package with very low experience, after some time you're not marketable because people are not going to touch you. Like with 5 years of experience, if you're drawing like a salary which is for 10 years old, people will not touch you because you become not affordable. Plus, you don't have the relevant experience. So don't jump jobs very frequently. Stay modest if the place is allowing you to learn, especially in your initial part of the career. I think learning has to become a larger priority than the level or the pay package. So if the opportunity is allowing you to learn, then stick to those jobs for a little longer than you would want to, so that you have ample experience. And ultimately, after 15 years, when you're looking at your career, it should not look like, oh my God, this person is not reliable. They don't have a committed career because they are jumping jobs every 12 months. So when you are showing that you have stayed with a company for 3 years, and then your next job is like for 4 years, and the next job is for 6 years, it shows that as you're growing in your career, you have a lot of maturity and you are invested and committed to a job. That makes your marketability better, and it also avoids any opportunity that you would otherwise miss. So that is something that I would say. And I think Sachin already spoke about why switching jobs should not be like the end of the world. It's okay to switch jobs when you have the right opportunity. Do that, because maybe that's the best thing for your career, and don't have like a mind block that I can't shift the fields after a certain years of my career. Lastly, I would say, especially as a woman, many a times, we all agree whether we all know whether we want to agree or not. There is a glass ceiling, and you have to work a little extra harder to break that glass ceiling, especially when you're in a woman. You want to be in that leadership role and you want to have that seat at the table. Nobody is going to come to me and say, Monica, I want you there, right? I have to put my hand up, for which there are few things that I want to do, that I have to do. We are on this platform, which is a mentorship platform. Please don't shy away from having mentors, because they will guide you in this path, something that you would miss, because you're not in the room at all. You don't know what is happening in the room. So a mentor who will actually give his or her experience and get you to that dream job maybe one step ahead. So have a mentor at all points in time. It can be formal, informal. It can be internal or external. So that mentor will help you to break the glass ceiling and continue to network. Networking is extremely important. And the third thing is dress professionally, right? Dress for the next job that you want to be. So, you are an analyst and you feel like, nobody's watching you, and you just like, shabbily dressed and you're turning up in office. You may be great at your job, but your soft skills are equally important. The way you are, you appear. I'm not saying you have to wear the most expensive brands, but be like, presentable. I'll give you an example. Every time there is any program in my office where I have to even do an introduction of the program, or I'm an invitee, or I'm a panelist, or I'm conducting the board meeting. See, when you're conducting the board meeting, you're just the company secretary. You are, when I was not the director on the board, you're just a company secretary. But I would always be like extremely well dressed for these occasions, because I know at least 2,000 people are looking at me. So I'm well dressed for that. And, one day somebody walked up to me and they said, "Oh, you're so dressed up today. What's the occasion?" And there is no occasion. You are the occasion. If you feel that you have to be on the stage and you are, also opening the program, and you want to be looked in a certain way, you want people to look at you in a certain way, that is the occasion. So don't wait for the occasion that, it has to be a wedding, or it has to be like, your promotion day or something. Every day actually counts. So these are some things that you could do. Probably that's in my experience. I wanted to pass it on to, avoid any career pitfalls.